You know when you see a piece of art that just stops you in your tracks, and you just think, how in the world did they do that? Well, that's exactly what we're going to do today. We're going to pull back the curtain and break down step by step how an artist creates something incredible.
So the painting we're looking at is by an artist named John Magne Lisondra. And I think the best way to start is with his own words. He's basically inviting us in. Right away, you get this feeling that it's not about some big secret or magic talent. It's about a process, a craft, something he's excited to teach us.
All right, so in the next few minutes, we're going to see how an artist can take a completely blank canvas and turn it into this amazing winter sunrise. It's all about watching how simple choices, just one layer at a time, build up into something really special.
Okay, so every great story has a beginning, right? For a painting, that beginning is preparation. So let's start with Act 1, the blank canvas. This is where it all begins.
Now, you'd probably think a pro artist has like 100 tubes of paint, right? Well, get this. Lisondra only uses 5. Just 5 colors. And that's totally on purpose. See, when you force yourself to mix everything from just a few core colors, you get this really deep understanding of how they work together. It's the secret to making a painting where everything just feels right, you know? It's harmonious. True mastery isn't about having all the colors, it's about knowing how to make them.
And here's a little pro tip for you. Something he does before any color even touches the canvas, he does a quick sketch, and then he sprays the whole thing with water. So why do that? Well, it helps the acrylic paint blend super smoothly. It's a really simple trick, but it's absolutely crucial for getting that soft, kind of dreamy sky effect. All right, canvas is prepped, so on to Act 2, painting the sky. This is a huge step because the sky really sets the mood for the entire piece.
What's interesting is, he doesn't start with the details, like a tree or the sun. Nope, he starts big and abstract. He just blocks in these huge areas of warm yellows and cool purples. The goal here is just to create a feeling, what he calls a tranquil mood. It's like he's painting the emotion first, and everything else will be built on top of that.
Okay, so we've got that soft, atmospheric background. Now it's time for Act 3, where we start to build some structure and create a sense of depth. We're building a forest. So how do you make a totally flat canvas feel like you could walk right into it? It's an illusion, really. Look at the trees in the distance. They're soft, they're kind of blurry, almost like they're fading into a mist. But then, the trees up close, they're sharp, they're dark, they're full of detail. It's that contrast that completely tricks your brain into seeing depth. And his whole philosophy on those foreground trees is summed up in his quote, "The more branches you're going to put, the better it will become." It's all about patience. He gets in there with a superfine brush and just adds branch after branch after branch. It's that slow, careful detail that makes it look real. It's not about one big, flashy move. It's about 1,000 tiny ones.
And now we get to the real magic of the piece. Act 4, the magic of light and snow.
Okay, let's stop and think about this, because it's a real puzzle. Snow is cold, obviously. A sunrise is warm. So how do you paint warm light hitting a cold surface and actually make it look convincing? That's the challenge he has to solve here.
And here's the secret. Snow is never just white. You have to look closer. See, anywhere the sunlight actually touches the snow, he's using warm colors, light oranges, yellows, but in the shadows where the light isn't hitting, that's where you see the cool blues and purples. It's that clash, that contrast between warm and cool that makes the whole thing pop. It makes the light feel alive. So the technique makes sense, right? But I'm about to tell you something that's going to blow your mind. The artist who painted this incredibly realistic snowy landscape has never actually seen snow in his entire life.
So how is that even possible? Well, the secret isn't experience or memory, it's observation. In his own words, I'm just a good observant. He just looks really closely at photos, he studies them, breaks down how the light works, and then he just copies it. It kind of takes the magic out of it, but in a good way. It shows you that being an artist isn't some mystical gift. It's a skill. It's about learning how to see.
And that really brings us to our final act. We've talked about the techniques, but what's the big takeaway? What's his advice for anyone out there who wants to create something?
Really, it all boils down to a few simple things. Keep practicing. The more you do it, the more you learn. It's that simple. Get good at mixing your colors from a limited palette. But most of all, it all comes back to that one thing. Become a good observer. Look at the world around you. Art starts with really, truly seeing.
So there you have it. We've seen how just a few colors, a lot of patience, and a good eye can turn a blank canvas into something truly beautiful. It's not magic, you know? It's a process, a series of steps anyone can learn. Which really just leaves one question. What will you create with your blank canvas?